Yes, this is what it looked like on social media when the Staten Island Ferryhawks announced that former big leaguer Homer Bush would be managing the club in the 2023 season. Independent League Baseball, it is vital in the development of our sport. And Homer's going to begin his big league his managerial career, maybe, with the hopes of getting to the big league someday. And it's good to have him on with us. Homer, congratulations on your new journey in baseball. Nice to see you.
Hey, nice to see you, Matt. Good to see you as well, Harry.
Tell us about the chain of events that led you to the managerial role in Staten Island.
Well, I've been trying to get into affiliated ball, but I really needed kind of the perfect situation. And when a major market like Staten Island, even though it's indie ball, comes a knocking, man, you definitely take the call. And talking to the ownership group led by John Matidis, I jumped on it. I mean, he just wants to win. He loves the New York Yankees. He loves New York. And I mean, he's been hugely successful. So having the opportunity to work for him in the ownership group is really an opportunity of a lifetime.
Homer, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hey, Harold.
Hey, so you talked about wanting to manage and all that stuff. When did that start happening for you? Thinking about managing, was that when you were playing and developing through, or just when you retired?
Well, shortly after my career, I actually wanted to get more into like the hitting coach role. But as I was doing more and more interviews with teams, they wanted to know what kind of managerial experience I had. So the last few years, I've been really focusing on managing. I had the opportunity to manage in the MLB Draft League last season. That was probably the best decision I ever made. It's a great place to cut your teeth when you're trying to be a manager. So that kind of fueled my passion.
Yeah, so in the draft league, we see a lot of video of you at the Dream Series. You've been involved a lot with Major League Baseball and their development. But I want to ask you this question, though. Playing in New York, you played for some great Yankee teams. Who did you grab information from during those times for you?
Well, Joe Torre, as you can imagine, was had a huge influence on me as a player. He liked me as a player. He felt like I had value. So I've always had a great deal of respect for Joe. One of the things I always say, when you play for Joe, it's like 25 guys playing for their father. He was successful on the baseball field. He was successful as a manager, and he garnered the respect that, I think is needed in today's game.
Homer, I was looking at some of the guys that you played for in your career, and you mentioned Joe. You played for Jim Fregosi. You played for Jeff Torborg. You played for Stump Merrill in the minors. All old school guys. How would you describe yourself as a manager?
That's a great question. Yes, I did play for all the old school managers, but there's a saying that says you usually manage according to how you played. And so my style was old school, very aggressive, like the greatest show on turf, the St. Louis Cardinals in the 80s. I grew up watching those guys. So, and that's why me managing Staten Island is perfect, because it's a pitcher's park. We're going to have to be a team that's high on base percentage. We're going to have to be able to put the ball in play a lot, so high contact is going to be important. We're going to have to pitch our way to the playoffs and hopefully to the championship and get it done. That's how we're going to have to get it done.
I can't wait to come out there and get a chance to check you out. Hey, the pipeline is alive and kicking in the Homer Bush chain, too. Homer Bush Jr. is one of the top prospects in baseball. He's at Grand Canyon College right now. Or university, I should say. Here's a look at the young man in the Appy League last year. Tell us a little bit about your son.
Oh, man, I tell you what.
He can roll, man.
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate it. I tell you what, he's an electric player, and, I'm a little biased, of course, but, man, the young man, he's a hard worker. He has really done well for himself this last season, going out to the Cape League, facing that high-end pitching. I mean, I always say, he's big, he's fast, he has a high baseball IQ, but more importantly, man, he's a team player. He's a team player, big time. So
I started looking at some of the pictures. I started looking at some of the pictures, Homer, and I was starting to wonder, is he going to go into modeling? Or is he going to play baseball? What we got going on here?
What's with the chain?
You know, I tell you what.
This is my favorite one, though. He's ripped, man. He cut up.
Wow. Man, no, I tell you what. He works hard on his body. He really focuses on his diet as well. So, you know, he spent the last 2 weeks here over the break, and man, it was just impressive to watch him get up every day, continue to work hard, and you know, eat healthy. He's really impressive young man. I know he's my son, but he's very impressive, and we're proud of him.
Well, you're right there in the Phoenix area, and you get a chance to go watch him play a lot, practice a lot. You spend a lot of time going by the school.
Well, not really. During the season, I go to games, but for the most part, you know, he'll come home probably once a month. You know, he's very busy with school. He's doing fantastic in school as well. I mean, he's had all A's since he's been at the university. I think maybe 1B, I believe my wife was telling me the other day. So, you know, we try to, you know, give him his space, but whenever he needs his laundry done and steak dinner, he'll come give us a visit.
That's good stuff. Homer, we appreciate the visit. Nice to chat with you. We wish you best of luck in Staten Island moving forward. I don't know if you know guys from Staten Island. The only guy that I knew from Staten Island always had a new watch on. And I asked him, I'm like, man, why do you always have a new watch? He said, hey, truck rolls by the house, something falls off the back, you get a new watch. Keep your head on a swivel over there, man. That's all I'm saying.
Keep your head on a swivel.
I will.
Thank you, Homer. Good to see you. Way to go.
Homer, thank you, man. Congrats, buddy.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So here's the family connection. We got like a triple connection here. We got father-son connections. We got teammates connected here, too.
Yeah.
Because